The film begins in Thailand, where Madison, a social media influencer, is on vacation. She has been using her vacation to promote herself and several advertisers online. Although Madison is unhappy that her boyfriend Ryan did not come with her, she smiles and poses for the camera, giving her viewers and followers the impression of a glamorous and exciting time in Thailand. One night, Madison is by herself at a bar. Suddenly, a British man interrupts her and offers to help her take some photos for her page, but she politely turns down his offer. In the meantime, a mysterious woman in the bar keeps watching Madison. The British man then initiates a conversation, and they chat awkwardly. He offers to show her around, but Madison becomes uncomfortable, and the mysterious woman named CW interrupts. CW befriends Madison and offers to show her around. Relieved, Madison accepts and follows her. Madison and CW then take a stroll around the hotel. CW is curious about why Madison is alone, warning her to avoid suspiciously harmless-looking men. Madison explains that her boyfriend canceled plans to join her on vacation at the last minute. CW feels sorry for her and offers to give her a tour of the country. The following day, the ladies start their tour, hiking in the mountains. Madison records a post for her vlog and attempts to feature CW, but she refuses because she doesn't like being on camera. She, however, offers to take photos of Madison instead. After the morning hike, CW takes her on a tour of local hotspots. They cycle through the city of Krabi and then enjoy a great meal. Madison says Ryan would have been thrilled with Thailand if he had come along. CW senses the pain and sadness in Madison's voice and suggests they pair up with two other male guests at the hotel. Madison has a great night out with CW and the male guests. On the way home, a drunken Madison hugs CW and thanks her for a great day before they part ways. However, as Madison approaches her hotel room, something feels wrong. When she reaches her room, she realizes her room has been broken into and vandalized. She also discovers that her iPad and travel passport have been stolen. Madison is scared and confused. She files a report with the hotel management, and CW supports her. The following day, Madison learns that she has to wait 2 weeks to get a new passport from Bangkok. That night, Madison video calls Ryan to inform him about the incident. Ryan doesn't take the news well and blames Madison for what happened. Madison cannot believe her ears. Ryan assumes that Madison extended her vacation on purpose since she was initially meant to be in Thailand for 1 week. Madison is shocked by his reaction and painfully breaks up with Ryan, realizing there is no point in being with him anymore. CW then takes Madison on a boat trip to Bangkok. On the way, Madison has decided to make the most of her extended vacation and continues to make record videos and selfies for her vlog. Madison receives a text from Ryan, telling her it is her loss for breaking up with him. After an exhaustive day of sightseeing, they head off to CW's house in the woods. Later, while CW makes dinner, Madison makes plans for the following day, but CW assures her she has an even better plan for both. Madison is curious. CW takes her on a boat trip to a deserted island the following day. On the way, CW stops Madison from recording videos and taking pictures. When they arrive on the island, Madison realizes there's no cell phone reception. Hours later, they sit by a campfire, and Madison shares a childhood memory with CW. When she was in high school, a creepy classmate was fond of telling scary stories and often imagined horrific scenarios and events. Madison jokes that the girl would assume CW brought her to this deserted island to kill her. CW smiles mischievously and vividly explains how she will abandon Madison on the island. The atmosphere around them becomes intense as CW explains how Madison will lose her mind alone on the island, with no one to save her. No one will know where she is, and she will starve and thirst. CW adds that Madison will last only 3 days before she finally goes fearfully hysterical and commits suicide or dies. Madison watches CW in shock but assumes she's only being sarcastic and laughs it off. She thinks Madison is only trying to sound scary, like her weird classmate. Unfortunately for Madison, CW meant every word. Madison jokingly tells CW that people will look for her, but Madison counters that she will take over her social media accounts, and no one suspects she's missing. Madison carried on the conversation, utterly ignorant of CW's intentions. The following day, CW packs her things in Madison's and then abandons the influencer on the island while she sleeps soundly. CW then returns so that she can enjoy living Madison's lifestyle with Madison's passport. For the next 3 weeks, CW assumes Madison's life. She makes videos and takes pictures of herself, editing them with effects that convince her followers that she is Madison. After exhaustive weeks of pretending to be Madison, CW fakes a social media post claiming that Madison is taking a sabbatical from influencing. This way, no one would ever imagine that anything had happened to their favorite social media influencer, and no one knows what became of Madison. This enjoyment is short-lived, as CW quickly becomes dissatisfied. Sometime after, CW discovers another vacationing influencer, Jessica, on Instagram and begins stalking and spying on her. One night, she then approaches Jessica, hoping to find more excitement. She attempts to befriend her after following her into an antique store. Jessica, however, seems interested in something other than making friends, leaving CW frustrated and disappointed. CW thinks of other ways to get close to Jessica and then sees a post on her Instagram page encouraging other women to join her group. CW follows her to a bar and then pretends to have unintentionally run into her. CW sounds believable when she lies that she is one of Jessica's fans and has been looking forward to meeting her. Jessica initially rebukes her but calls her back, assuming that CW is sincere. The two women chat and soon become friends like CW planned. They spend the following day hanging out, but Jessica has an important dinner to attend and promises to catch up with CW later. CW secretly steals Jessica's hotel room key card, and that night, she similarly breaks into Jessica's room to steal her belongings. When Jessica arrives, Madison is patiently waiting for her call, knowing Jessica will soon realize what has happened. Since she has no other friends in Thailand, she will contact Madison for help. As planned, Jessica reaches out and offers to allow her to stay at her apartment, similar to her agreement with Madison. The two women later travel back to Madison's room. There, they discover Ryan waiting for Madison, as he had been hoping to surprise her with a proposal. CW is surprised to see him. She lies and says that Madison allowed her to stay. However, neither Ryan nor Jessica fully believes her. CW uses Madison's pre-recorded voice the following day to initiate a fake call to Ryan, ordering him to leave her house since they are no longer together. Ryan begs her to him an audience, but supposed Madison refuses. Ryan is confused but agrees to leave. Jessica wants to sightsee and asks CW to accompany her, but when Ryan offers to go with her instead, she changes her mind. Ryan and Jessica get along but are suspicious of CW. Ryan explains that Madison's room was suddenly broken and her passport was stolen. Jessica starts to suspect that CW is behind her and Madison's misfortune. The following day, Jessica becomes increasingly more skeptical of CW's intentions and personality. Jessica sends a follow request to Madison's Instagram account, which is logged in on CW's phone since she now assumes her identity. CW suspects that Jessica has something up her sleeves and secretly follows her. Jessica arrives at Madison's home and packs her things. Unfortunately, CW arrives and pays off her taxi driver before she leaves. CW intercepts her and stops her. Jessica confesses that CW is creepy and suspects she burgled her room in Madison's. CW loses her patience, becomes angry and kills the woman. She hides Jessica's body and cleans up the scene. Ryan returns home with some friends and asks CW to hang out with them, but she refuses and yells at him to send his friends home. Ryan refuses, insisting that it is his girlfriend's home. Sometime later, CW picks up a knife, intending to murder Ryan. She changes her mind and instead makes another plan. She makes breakfast the following day and apologizes to Ryan for the previous day. He notices Jessica didn't return last night, and CW says she left already. She then posts a picture of Madison on a date with another man. The duo hang out, and CW talks him out of worrying about Madison. She spikes his drink and returns to Madison's with him. She tricks him into thinking they slept together. The next day, Ryan tracks Madison's supposed movements using her Instagram posts, even running into the British man from earlier. He explains that he last saw Madison with CW. Her lies are quickly disproven, and Ryan discovers that CW abducted Madison and was behind the sabbatical post on social media upon discovering the photo effect she used. He returns to Madison's house and finds her diary in CW's bag. Ryan then attacks her and ties her up. He then tries to force CW to take him to Madison. CW agrees only for the woman to drown him and murder him. She then posts lies about him online using Madison's account. CW then returns to the island to dump Ryan and Jessica's bodies. In the process, she discovers that Madison is still alive. While searching for the influencer, Madison manages to overcome CW and knocks her unconscious. She steals the boat and discovers the bodies. She rides back to civilization, and CW smiles as she watches Madison ride off. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more like this content. Comment what you think I should recap next, and I'll see you in the next video.